Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Justin Chris Show. Today is on Tuesday, October the 13th, 2020. It's the Walter White House where we talk about the Lakers win the 2020 NBA championship. We're going to go for that first. But first, let's go to the news of Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Now, I can tell you first here, I believe in it's the Walter White House, and I got to know it for sure. I think Biden is ahead. It did not matter for me, folks. It did not matter to me, but I believe Biden is ahead. And yes, for sure. And I want to know everybody for something that something special has happened up there at the White House. I think the Walter White House is so real. And well, but know I just know about for the as a matter of fact, there was a massive Trump rally going on up there. And some people wear a mask, but we already know they did not follow social distancing. And I know a lot of people are right about that. Maybe you're right about that for sure. We got a thing going on here, and it's a regular call. But first, I want to see what's going on at the Trump rally. We all know that Trump has been acting sick. He tests negative. And we all know Joe Biden tests negative. Let me turn it on. That's better. Now, Joe Biden did test negative for COVID-19. And Trump did. I mean, he tested negative after getting sick about over a week ago. But here's what Dr. Fest says. He's not, and now that says on CNN politics, and it says Fest says he's not going to walk away as Trump receives criticism. And it says it all this about this Trump campaign. And just like, last week he canceled all this stuff, and you saw the White House last week. Donald Trump taking his mask off, right? And can you imagine what Donald Trump took his mask off on TV? What we saw on TV, and CNN Donald told us. He told us at the Trump rally there is no social distancing, people not wearing masks, but they don't wear a mask. They have to wear a mask because it's important if they want to go up at the Trump rally. So here we are talking all this and that, and here's what they say on CNN. It says President Trump revealed his public criticism Dr. Anthony Fauci Tuesday morning, continuing his efforts to undermine the infectious disease experts. Even as the doctor said he's not going to bow to pressure. Trump continuing in the tweet that Fauci's pissing on a reference to his poor first piss at National Park is far more accurate than his prognostications centuries Fauci's recommenders and assessments have largely been in line with public health experts throughout the coronavirus pandemic, but not in line with what the president perceived as his potential political interest to be. On Monday, Francis said he is not determining and will continue to soar in his role despite the consensus. I'm not going to walk away from this outbreak, no matter who's the president, Francis told CNBC. Now, Trump and Ferguson have previously spared the president contending that Ferguson has made a lot of mistakes, and Ferguson openly questioning some of Trump's inaccuracies and claims during many television appearances. Early this week, Fauci, the longtime director of the National Institute of Disease and Infectious Disease, slamming the Trump campaign for losing his balls out a contact, our contact, and a campaign advisor towards Trump's pandemic exposed. And then he says, in my nearly 5 decades of public service, I had never published an endorsing any politician candidate. The comments interested to me without my permission in the GOP campaign, and now we're taking it out of context from a bold statement I made months ago about the efforts of federal public health officials. Fast saying in a statement provided exclusively to CNN Sunday when I asked him if he regarded to be fishing to the internet. On Monday, Fauci warned during an appearances on CNN that if the campaign featuring him in another act, that might absolutely come back to backfire on them. And Fauci told Daily Beast by doing this against my will, they are, in effect, harassing me. I mean, obviously, there are a lot of things that are going on that you will prefer did not happen. Like the ad was put me in a politician contact, which I spent my entire career staying out of politician contact. That's not helpful, but I am essentially not going to give up. I devoted my entire professional life to fighting infectious disease, first saying in an interview on CNBC Monday. Trump on Tuesday also, that was today, also refers to emphasis advice given early in the pandemic against wearing masks. That decision was due largely to a nationwide shortage of masks, but the intended criticism is potentially ironic, given that Fudson has a high approval rating and Trump has used his likeness to appeal to voters. Now, who else to blame? Fauci. Well, that's what he is. That's what he was saying. And yes, Trump doesn't count. The whole people in the Trump rally doesn't count. But we do count for the recent things that are just concerned that is so. So now, what Dr. Faust said, he called out he called out something that Donald Trump should have been done a long time ago. He took off his mask off last month, and then at the Trump rally, they're going to have the concern. Now, Donald Trump says he's going to make a campaign event somewhere in the state when Kamala Harris going to make wear a mask, and probably, hopefully, she'll wear a mask when she head to Asheville and Charlotte on Thursday, and see what happens with it is. So we're gonna find out and see. Now, the Trump campaign on Tuesday slammed the Biden campaign and the Miller Clinic a double standoff after Dr. Anthony Fauci took issues with President Trump's team losing his comment in their ads, but staying quiet when his comments are loose in videos shared by the former vice president campaign. Fauci, the nationalist leading infectious disease expert, says that this week that his comments in a recent Trump campaign ads were loose without his permission and were taken out of contact. Dr. Now, but the Trump campaign is firing back at Fauci and pointing to ads using comments made by Democrat presidential nominee Joe Biden. Our ad shows Dr. Fauci absolutely, in his own words, praising the Trump administration's response to the virus. Trump campaign communications director Tim Margolo told Fox News Tuesday, Joe Biden has cherry picking Fauci's comments which suits him, and there's been no outrage about that. Monitors added, even Fauci's comments are fair to use in this race, but they're not. Biden and Miller can't have it both ways. And this is real. Now, Trump did slam the first saying he hasn't never have voice against him, but he did slam the first saying Anthony Fauci is. So now it goes on and on and on. Now then here's what Joe Biden said about President Trump. He says we need leadership that listens to soil sciences. We need leadership that listens to sciences. We need leaders who listen to experts and health advice. We need American leadership that will rally the world to meet global threats. We need leaders who are honest. That is the responsibility of president. So that's what Joe Biden said to president, and he will be. We're going to wait and see if this continues. So if this goes on. Now the presidential debate for the second debate has been canceled on Thursday, and because right now the U.S. debate has been canceled, and let's see what this is going to come out for us. And it is the debates. Well, all the presidential debates for counter, well, they said this week has been canceled. It will go as planned, but now, as we all just know, it will be on October 22nd, and that will be might be the end of the debate as usual to continue before the election comes. The election continues. Everybody, everybody in America, please vote now. I mean, please vote on October 15th to October 31st. That will be something that you will never forget. And it's time for the change for everybody. Let your voice be heard. That's why, folks, we need y'all. We need all y'all to vote. Let your voice be heard. I'm Johnson Crudup, and I'll see you on the next video.